Hi, my name is Tanner Russell, and today we'll be using ChangeList version 821758 for Spyro 3 Hero of the Dragon. First up, we have MB219. As the player, I would like there to be a hub world so I can get back and forth between levels. The completion criteria are a path that leads between the portals, 200 value of gems hidden around the level, 3 eggs hidden around the level, 4 portals that lead to different levels, a Moneybags NPC that will unlock the 4th bonus level if you give him 500 gems, and an NPC at the end that checks if the player has collected 200 eggs, and if they have, then they win. Here we have our hub world. I'm just doing a quick run through real quick, grabbing the 3 eggs, 229 gems of value that were placed throughout the level, and showing the 4 portals. At the end here, you can see that there are 2 NPCs. The first one is Moneybags, and he wants 500 gems to unlock the bonus level. And then there's the other NPC on this other island that wants 20 eggs, and if you get them, you win the game. Next up, we have MB226. As the player, I would like there to be NPCs, so I have characters to interact with. Completion criteria include an NPC with an avatar, so the player can see them. The NPC can be interacted with if the player was within a certain range. While they're in dialogue, player input is locked so they can't move. UI displays the NPC text on the screen. It requires the player input to progress dialogue, and when the end of the dialogue is reached, the UI is hidden and the player can move again. So here we have our NPC. We can interact with him when we're in range. The movement is locked, so I can't walk around right now. It displays his text on screen. When I close the dialogue with my input, I can move around again. Next up, we have MB220. As the player, I would like Moneybags to unlock a bonus level so I have something to spend my gems on. There will be a Moneybags NPC. It's a child of the other class, so if it looks familiar, it's the exact same model and UI. If it asks the player if they'd like to spend 500 gems to unlock a bonus level, they can say yes or no. If they say yes but they don't have 500 gems, they'll be told they don't have enough and dialogue will end. If they select yes and they do have the 500 gems, then the obstruction will be cleared, and if they select no, then the dialogue will end. So here we have Moneybags. He says if you have 500 gems, he'll clear the way to the level for you. If you say yes but you don't have enough, he'll tell you don't have enough and send you on your way. And if I talk to him again and I say no, then, same thing happens. We go on our way and collect our gems. Alright, here we are again, 500 gems richer, and if we talk to Moneybags and we say okay, we see our gems have been reduced by 500, and this path that leads to the next level has opened up. Next up, we have MB221. As the player, I would like there to be an NPC to turn my eggs into so I can beat the game. There's an NPC that asks the player if they've collected at least 20 different dragon eggs to save the kingdom. The player can choose yes or no if they'd like to continue playing the game. If the player chooses yes but they don't have enough eggs, they'll be told to get more eggs and the dialogue will end. If they choose yes and they do have at least 20 eggs, they'll be taken to the win conditions screen, and if they choose no, the dragon will tell them to collect the rest of the dragon eggs and dialogue will end. Here we have the NPC. We don't have 20 eggs yet, so if we talk to him and we say we have the eggs, he tells us we don't have enough, so we'll come back later. And if we talk to him again and we say no, we'll come back later anyway. Back again with 20 eggs, and now we talk to the NPC, give him the eggs, and we're taken to the win screen. Next up, we have MB243. As the player, I'd like there to be ambient music for each level so that the world feels less empty. Completion criteria is a sound system that begins playing music when each level is loaded. Each level will have its own song, and the song will loop as long as the player is in the level. So here we have the main theme. We have the credits menu theme. We have the hub world. Little chunky little beat. We got Dylan's levels theme. Regis theme. Got Stephanie's levels theme. And we have the bonus levels theme. Next up, we have MB244. As the player, I would like the portal to display the name of the level I'm going to so I can tell the portals apart. It should have a string of text that will display on the front and the back of the portal, and it should be instance editable so each of them can display a different level name. So here we have the first level is Broken Bridges. It has the text on the front and the back. I'll head over real quick to the second level. It is Lost World, and it has the text here on the front and back as well. Next up, we have MB227. As the player, I would like the health system to accurately track a character's health and kill them when they reach 0. The completion criteria originally said I was going to make a new blueprint, but I actually ended up just fixing the old one. But I made the health value instance editable, so now different characters can have different amounts of health. Current health value will be set to the starting health value when the level loads. The actor, when they take damage, will lose 1 health and be invincible for a short amount of time. And when an actor has 0 health, they will be destroyed. We've got some enemies here to help us display the health system. So Sparks is our kind of diegetic UI. His color will indicate our health level. So we got hit once and he turned green. If we go over and we let these two guys see us and attack us together, he turned... Where'd Sparks go? We took another hit, so Sparks died, and it blocked the second one. We were invincible for it. And if we get hit one final time, Spyro will die. And we lose. Next up, we have MB264. As the player, I would like the levels to save my progress so I don't have to restart if I leave and come back. Each level will be loaded into the game instance, and when you open a level, it'll be opened with the save data instead of a fresh file. And then the level progress will be carried over even if you leave a particular level and come back. So I'm just going to grab the first couple gems and stuff in the hub world. And it doesn't save the data constantly, it saves every time you go through a portal. So we're going to go to the first level real quick, go to the main level menu and come back. And all of those gems we just collected over there are gone. I saved the best for last. We've got MB238. As the player, I would like there to be a credit screen so I can see who worked on the game. There's a credit screen with UI displaying the names of the creators and what they worked on. There will be references to assets and our work cited in APA format. Button in the top left corner will lead back to the main menu, and it loads when the credits button is pressed on the main menu. And it blocks the win condition because it also is where you go from there. There's the credits button on there, it'll load into it. So here we are on the main menu. We'll press the credits button and it will scroll by with everybody's name and all the individual references they use to make the specific stuff, including team members that are no longer on our team if we still use any of those assets. And arrow to go back.